Oh, hello again. Thank you. I'm just loving this today. There's so many little words of wisdom all the way through from everyone so far. And so are we about halfway through or halfway through our bit, which could be halfway through the whole thing? Yeah. Okay, so our next speaker is Vinalin Ponan. And I can see that he is on here. He's down as VinDragonHeart, that's his other name. So VinDragonHeart is a multi-dimensional facilitator and holder of space. And he was also initiated into the Usui Tibetan method of Reiki. And his tool set includes EFT, grace healing, inner healing, light language, and holographic principles. And he also his work includes his soul aspects, which are, of course, the dragons and also crows. So that sounds really interesting. But the bit I've really liked is that Vin is also the custodian of the dragon armor. And he says that this is a spiritual technology that forms a layer of dragon skin around a person when activated. And this armor was channeled through Vinalin's oversoul. So yeah, I'd love to know more about that. So also, if you want to connect with him, he's on TikTok as VinDragonHeart, and he does lots of free mini healings on there as well, to assist as needed. So welcome, VinDragonHeart.
Thank you very much, Nicola, and hello, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. Can everyone hear me fine?
Yep, we can hear you fine.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, great. No, thank you. So yeah, thank you very much, Nicola and Kevin. Thank you very much for putting this together. Always exciting to see you doing some wonderful, great things. Much appreciated to be here as well. So yeah, let's get into it. You covered a bit there, Nicola, with how my journey started. It started off with Reiki as well. And it's very interesting to hear what your previous speaker was saying about Reiki as well. I've always felt a close affinity to Reiki, and I very much still respect it, even though I do not actually use the traditional methods. There are still lots of good people out there that are doing some great work with Reiki currently. So yeah, early 2000s, that's when I started. But the dragons really started coming through around 2020. And when I tuned into most of my healer network, that's when a lot of things were starting to happen on 2019, 2020. So I had a visit with a psychic, and what she told me is that I had a whole lot of dragons around me and that I was a dragon. So naturally, I wanted to learn more about it, and then how do I connect with it? So the story goes is that I used to tend after Merlin's dragons, so hence they gave me the name Dragonheart. I was Merlin's apprentice, and I needed to then reclaim all of those energies over 4 lifetimes ago. So that took approximately 4 weeks. Each week I used to sit in meditation, reclaiming that lost power to reintegrate it back into myself so that I can then use it for my own development as well as healing other people. After the integration, more and more dragons started to show up. I was able to speak with them, I was able to see them, I could see them around other people as well. And sometimes one would think that this is just in your imagination. However, when people are describing and seeing exactly the same thing, it's not just your imagination. And that's what I want people to understand as well. Your imagination is not make believe. Your imagination is a facility of your third eye, of your nervous system, where you can create, where you can project, and where you can receive information. And all that's required is just for you to go through a bit of training, a bit of practice, and those things will start to come online for you. So connecting every day with my spirit team, connecting every day with the dragons, and that was the talk of the town for me. And that's what I did. Over the many years of doing many healing practices, I kind of neglected the basics. So only really got into the basics in 2020 when the dragons started coming online. And I started then doing regular anchoring and grounding, which I've neglected for the previous 20 years or so. Now, anchoring and grounding, basically what that means is you connecting to earth, you connecting to source above, and you are then the middle point between above and below. And you combine those energies within yourself, you become a beacon of light, and you're also able to do wonderful things with this energy as well. So as more and more dragons started coming through, I started using them in different ways. So around 2022, my light language came online, and along with that, a whole lot of different dragon dialects. So the most prominent dialect that came through was what I would describe as the Black Dragon dialect, because when you hear him, that's exactly what he sounds like. He sounds dark, he sounds gruff, he sounds stern, and he's a lovely black dragon with red eyes. And I remember when I first started practicing light language, I used to channel the light language, I would say about an hour a day. On my commute to work, since I used to drive, I was driving alone, so nobody thought I was crazy. Channeling the dragon light language, and as it came through, I started lifting, clearing a lot of my traumas. I started lifting, clearing a lot of my memories, or any other stuck energies, or anything that I felt that needed attention. As I started channeling this language, it just started to clear magically. And the effects were almost immediate. And that's why I actually like doing light language sometimes, because of the speed at which it built through the changes. So along with the black dragon, I started also getting other types of dragons, like the water dragon came through, which was sometimes used for emotional clearing. I came across the solar dragon kings, a little bit about that later. I came across some fire dragons, all very, very powerful, all very, very good healers. But my work is mostly specifically focused on clearing stuff. And that's what they were doing. They were clearing energies, entities, houses, whatever it is I could focus on and get them to assist me with. That's where they would help me. All right, so the longer I started working with dragons, I could then start feeling them kind of sitting on me. So I'm not sure if anyone else had this experiences. I'm sure they have, but it's almost like a superimposition of the dragon spiritual energy that kind of sits on you. So you kind of merge with the dragon, you become the dragon. And it was actually fascinating to then look around and see that there were other people that also had the superimpositions upon them. And that just told me that they were either some kind of healer or that they were working with dragons. And most of the time that turned out to be true. So what I also found out is that with each of the different dragon aspects, I was able to then take their form in the astral whenever I was working on clearing on myself or clearing other people or clearing spaces, depending on what I wanted to do. So as I mentioned before, I work with different dragons to do different functions, if that's the right word to use it. So if I'm working emotionally on someone, I would use a specific type of dragon. If to take out entities, I'll also use a specific type of dragon. But lately, I've just been connecting with a very high dragon dimension. So what that does and how I work with that is basically portals open up and dragons come through and they do the clearing. So they seem to be facilitated by 3 of my guides. So these guides are also dragons. They look dragon. They're also magician. So there's very magical energy that's associated with them. And what's really interesting is that when I channel light language, I can also see them also speaking the same light language altogether as well. So it's like a entire group effort. So it's really, really fascinating to kind of watch that. Yes, Nicola said, yeah, very heavy in your head. And that's what happens. I also felt that as well. So, David, I'm not sure if there's any other questions, or shall we do some clearings?
Yeah, there's no questions there, do some clearings. Whenever you do that, it's very powerful.
Right. So thanks, Kev. There's a couple of clearings that I will be doing today. So I'm going to start with the dragon egg, as Nicola mentioned about the dragon armor. One of the things that came through with the dragon armor was a dragon egg. So it's basically forming a shell around you, made out of dragon scales. It's forged with dragon fire. What I like about the dragon egg is, as soon as it's around you, you're going to feel your nervous system relax. You're going to feel your mind relax because it's blocking out all of the external frequencies, including EMF. So that just gives your body a chance to relax and for you to really connect with them. The other thing that I'm going to be doing is what I call the light and the dark clearing. So towards the beginning of the year, what happened with me is that I really tried to increase my vibration. And one of the ways I did that was to change my diet. So I was a strict vegetarian for about 2 or 3 months. And that really pushed me up. So I'm not advocating that everyone become vegetarian. I'm just saying that's a process that I use just to get an increase in frequency because I'm eating meat currently at the moment. So I did what I needed to do that back then because that was what the guidance was telling me. So I was able to go into some place that I call the source dimension. So connecting directly with source, very high frequencies. And what I found there was that there's all different types of beings and energies that were residing in this dimension. I found golden gargoyles, believe it or not. And that was quite a sight to see. But what I did connect with and what I do work with currently as well is who I call the 13 solar dragon kings. So 13 dragons, all golden, all from the source dimension. And we're going to work with them today. And the other one that we're going to work with is a manifestation dragon, nice orange in color. But sorry, I'm skipping a bit. Going back to the source dimension, I was mentioning the light and the dark clearings. All right, so focusing on source itself, what I saw there was that source consisted of two suns. Okay, they kind of superimpose on each other. If you look at it directly, if you turn it sideways, you can see that there's a gold sun and then there's a black sun. So this has nothing to do with good and evil. I want to reiterate that. Nothing to do with good and evil or how people describe light and darkness. These are just polarities. In the same way that you will get masculine and feminine, the light and dark, just polarity. So where this comes in use is I was doing some Akashic work on myself, and I came across what I could describe was a centipede aspect of myself, huge centipede aspect. This was an incarnation. So naturally, if I'm healing stuff or beings, including myself, I would just send divine light, source light, okay, which generally is in the color of gold. And funny enough, the centipede then rejected it, okay, did not want the healing, which is kind of interesting. And then my guidance says, use the black sun energy. It's also from source, but it's more compatible with this type of being. When I connected to the black sun, we use that energy, and then that centipede started to calm down. Then it started to relax, started to, I would almost say, emitting the frequency of love, because this was a compatible energy. And it got me thinking about the other aspects and other people as well. Many times we connect to source, we connect to light, but we have different compatibility aspects within ourselves. Some requires the gold frequencies and some requires the black frequencies. And once again, I want to stress, this has nothing to do about good and evil. This is just another aspect of who we are. So once that explanation is through, I think let's get into the clearing. So please make sure that as we begin this clearing, everyone is in a comfortable space. Preferably you have a nice backrest, because with any energy work, not just myself, but other energy healers as well, you can get a bit lightheaded, you can get a bit dizzy. So make sure you're in a nice safe space. Inviting everyone to take a deep breath in. Exhale. You close your eyes. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. And exhale. Bring your awareness to this moment. Bring your awareness to the now. And bring your awareness to your heart space. And as we increase the frequency in your heart, we now activate the anchoring grounding protocol. connecting you to Gaia below, connecting you to Source above, and bringing the energy from Source into your spirit star, setting the intention to clear any distortions there, and bringing all three energies back into your heart space, filling you up with love as you expand. And for everyone on the call and on the replay, we now activate a triple layer dragon egg of impenetrable protection now. And this will only allow that which is for your highest good, and anything not for the highest good will be reflected off your shields to be transmuted back to Source, meant and as appropriate. As I described before, your body's going to start to relax. Your mind is going to feel quieter with the external frequencies shielded out. Creating a sacred space around everyone here, fully protected. When we bring through those beings which are approved by Source and your spirit, and are fully aligned with 100% of the divine light. Ensuring that all beings are here of the highest vibration. And we're now going to split your light from your dark now. And some of you may feel the split. Reconnect your light self to the gold sun. Reconnect your dark self to the black sun. And I call the gold dragon and the black dragon to come through now and to work on your light self and your dark self, respectively. And we'll bring through some light language for this as well here. Inishitru sutra hilla here and the sutra ahilla sitkil ishtra urla hilla. Gar lur sutra hishitra hala illa kurumru sithele sutra la sutra illa sila. Yato usutra sitkele shikar ulu sutra maliskili shitra la urwa skill here. Dar urlo sutra illa shitra la urwa satria la sutra. Del urwa satarle hilla shitra la urwa satria shita. Jatar la tur usutru illa shillar illa kurwar zal hubus walhi. Just allowing your light and your dark to be filled up, divine source love, at the right frequency for the appropriate aspect. While its clearings are happening at that dimension, you're going to come back closer to home around your physical body now. And we're asking the 13 solar dragon kings to come through. And asking them to connect to everyone here on the live and the recording. To bless, heal, clear, lift, and transmute all which is absent of love, all that does not serve your highest good, all which is not yours to be burdened with. To scan through the physical bodies and work through the subtle bodies now. يترلو ستر أي شتر إلى ستر لألكرو ستر أي شتر إلى ستر أورلا هلا ين ياتر أتروا سكيل شتر ألوروا ستر إلى هلا روسات ياتر ستر أتروا لا سكيل شتر إتل ستر أوروا هلا يا يخر إتستل ستر هلا ستر الله خور ستر إلى روتات يا لا كروتو ستر ولا ستر ستر أولا خمور هلا ستر ولا يلا شطر وري ستر لا ستر إتر لا شطر وري يا تلا شطر ولا يلا ولا ستر لا هرو مرلا هرو ولا ستر هيش تلا هلا رو تلا رو ستر لا هلا كروتو هيش تلا ستر لا هرو مرلا ستر يا ذات له شطر ولا ستر ولا يلا كراتا لا هرو ستر مريا يا الأروات سيل شطرنا هلا را يا تلا هرو ستر لا يلا را ذات له شطر ولا ستر لا هرو ستر مرلا dan kur unsatel ilarstuarla. So breathe in and relax. As we bring in source love into your physical bodies and all of your subtle bodies. And also bringing in that which is for your highest good at this point in time. Thanking the solar dragons. And we now call forth Lyrax. Lyrax is a massive quantum orange manifesting dragon. And he's going to assist us to clear beliefs, and any blocks that you have around a belief that you want to manifest. And the belief that we are going to work on today is the belief that I am worthy of giving and receiving love. So begin to focus on your mental space, your mind. And think the thought, I am worthy to receive and give love. And as you hold that thought, we ask Lyrax to now clear any detrimental energies around that belief. You might feel these flames working on your brain. As your mind brain starts to adopt this belief. And bring your awareness to your belly area, your solar plexus area, where your gut is. And hold a thought in that area. I'm worthy of receiving and giving love. And as you hold it there, just relaxed and clear the energies around that. Now hold the thought in your heart space. I'm worthy to receive and give love. And you also relax to clear any detrimental energies surrounding that belief. To clear all memories, all traumas associated with you giving love, with you receiving love. Now, as you hold this belief, notice how much clearer it feels. Notice how much more natural it feels. And from your heart space, set the intention to send love to yourself. Feel your heart space open up. And send love to your mind, to your body, to your heart, and to every aspect of your being. And as your light and your dark have been cleared, we reintegrate them back into wholeness. And you're going to feel a shift in your brain with your left and your right hemispheres communicating more clearly with each other. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, exhale. Setting the intention to be who you truly are. Setting the intention to being an incarnation of love here in the now and in this moment. Breathe in and exhale. And whenever you're ready, gently open your eyes as we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Please hydrate, please drink water. That felt good. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you guys are feeling well. Once again, please hydrate with any type of energy work. Oh, great. Thank you. All right. So, Nicola, Kev, anything from your side?
Thank you so much. I feel I really needed that. I feel really chilled now. Just pulsating this really lovely golden hearts and could feel like electric. In fact, when you started talking the light language, I just started talking back to you. It was almost like the same. It was great.
Oh,
Loved
that's wonderful. Yeah, that's wonderful.
Really good. There's so much, there's so much love and thank yous in the chat as well, saying how powerful it was. And yeah, sounds like everyone needed it as well. Yeah, amazing, wonderful. So Liz says she's loving her dragon egg protection as well.
So, yeah, here's a question on the dragon eggs with us. Not always. No, they're not always with you. The reason being is because we have free will. We tend to focus on other things at certain points in time. Even our armor that we put up ourselves, that can come down, but it all has to do with learning and it also do with growing. So with myself, I put the dragon egg around me every day, in the morning, in the evening, and even if I'm working on other people as well. So this was, as Nicola, you mentioned, it came through with the dragon armor as well. But it is not necessary for you to create it in the form of dragon egg. If you want to create your own type of shielding, you're more than welcome to do so. However, if you do want to create a dragon egg around you, what you can do is you can call upon your dragon spirit guides and ask them to create the dragon egg out of dragon scales and forge it with dragon fire. So when I create that and when I do that, I can actually see them coming in, forging it and hardening it and just making it of impenetrable protection. But it is energy, so energy dissipates eventually. So you want to be doing this on a regular basis, as you should be doing your anchoring grounding on a regular basis. It should be part of your ritual. It should be part of your daily prayer. It should be part of who you are. So Lyrax, yeah, I know it sounds like Lorax, but yeah, Lyrax is orange. So when you first showed up, I thought, okay, this is interesting. So why is it orange? And then I looked up correspondences with orange and I saw that it was also related to the sacral area, which is used for manifesting. So coincidence or not, well, you can decide.
Sorry.
So is there any?
You're
Yeah,
still there.
no,
Still there. It's just, hang on. Kev. The iPad too. I've just unmuted them, but it's showing on my screen.
Sorry, what you got on your screen?
The iPad too. It's okay. It might just have been a funny moment. They just
Mhm.
come
No, that's
Yeah.
good. So
Too much power
yeah,
flying
Nicola,
through.
in.
Kev, I don't know if you remember what happened last year. Last year, my laptop just yeah, it died on me. I think within 10 minutes
I
of
remember you destroyed it, didn't you, with the energy? I find
yeah.
that a lot. Technology doesn't cope too well. I mean, earlier today it kicked me off for about 10 minutes, and I often get that where, yeah, if there's powerful energy flowing through, Zoom just doesn't take it, and it goes, or often my internet will crash. So yeah, it's powerful. All the dragons are thankfully holding a lot of strength here today for us. So
Yeah, to maintain that network. So yeah, they're very
yeah.
cool at that.
But that was
So
powerful. My head. When you said you'll feel it in your head, I literally felt like two pieces coming together. It was like, oh, that's a good effect, isn't it? Yeah, that's what it was
yeah,
like.
yeah, I feel exactly the same way. So that's why when I describe things, it's exactly how I feel it, and with enough um, sessions on other people as well, that's exactly how they feel it. So um, yeah, Nicola, you asked about the dragon armor. So just a little bit about the dragon armor. How it forms is it makes like a skin, like a second skin that forms around you. So it's I would describe it like Iron Man's nanotechnology, the way it can adjust and make itself more comfortable with you. And how I used it is by activating frequencies. So you can activate it around a person or in a person. And why I found that's useful is because frequencies is basically what everything is. Um, everything vibrates at a frequency. So chakras have specific frequencies. Different dimensions have different frequencies, and states of consciousness, they also have different frequencies. So by calling in different frequencies of what it is that you want to embody, it just makes entrainment to that frequency a whole lot more easier. So I'm not sure if that just clears it up for you, Nicola, as to what's going on there. You can also do certain commands as well. It can also give something that's called DragonHeart Reiki. It's another system. I know there's a lot of Dragon Reiki that's going around. So DragonHeart Reiki is something that I also developed, channeling straight from source. So the armor can also give you Reiki, and you can set it on a timer if you'd like. So you would say every day at 4 o'clock, you can give me Reiki, DragonHeart Reiki for 10 minutes. So all of that. Oh, yes, Lily. Yes, you do have the dragon armor. And everyone's armor does form differently. Everyone's armor does um, feel differently, and it has different colors as well. And as you develop spiritually, those colors can also change. So I'm not sure if people would like some frequencies from the armor.
Love that you can set it for set times to receive healing, and that's really cool.
Yeah, it is. It's nice. I actually discovered it not deliberately. In fact, somebody that I had given the armor to, she was telling me this is how she was using it. And I thought, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Thank you for teaching me.
That's great,
So
isn't it?
yeah,
Developing further.
so yeah, one of my favorites to use is the solar energy frequency field. It's energy from the sun, but we're going to do it specifically so that it's going to connect to your sun. Okay, your sun meaning where does your soul originate from? Which starseed are you? What sun are you related to? So that's the kind of frequency that I'm going to bring in, and people might feel different things. But essentially, what happens is you will feel it in kind of a buzzing around you within your body. So you can keep your eyes open for this. It's up to you. We'll just initiate it. We're connecting everyone to Source and Gaia again. And we're now going to activate the solar energy frequency field for everyone here and on the recording. That's aligned with your soul star now. So some of you may feel the tingles coming in around your body, within your body. Just pay attention to that. This is related to your core signatures. And you can ask this frequency to align you with whatever needs to be aligned in this moment. And we're also going to bring in the source energy frequency field, activating for everyone here on the call and on the recording now. And you're going to notice that this feels a bit different. Notice this frequency also going through your mind and your brain, just elevating your consciousness. We're now going to activate the love energy frequency field for everyone here on the call and on the recording now. And notice how this feels. Notice how your heart space opens up and starts to resonate. And for the final one, we are now going to activate the 144 kilohertz frequency field. And this is going to start off slow and then speed up in intensity. All the way up to 144 kilohertz. I'm asking this frequency to align you with your true purpose. And as you feel these frequencies around you, as you feel this energy around you, allow your consciousness to embody these frequencies. Allow it to embody source. Allow it to embody love. And to ground everyone here, we are now going to activate the Gaia energy frequency field for everyone here on the call, as well as the recording now. Breathe in and exhale. And gently open your eyes. So yes, this is just one of the other ways that you can use frequencies, especially during meditations, especially during manifesting. If there's a certain state that you want to bring through, because remember, you don't get what you want, you get who you are. And in order for you to manifest what you want, you manifest through you. So you need to change, you need to transform, you need to bring through a new identity. And these frequencies will assist you in doing that. So yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. That felt so good. Again.
Oh, thanks, Nicola. Going back to working with dragons, and it's a common question that I get often, as with, I suppose, everyone who's going to speak today, as well as Kevin, you, and even Nicola, you yourself. Working with dragons is a wonderful thing. It will transform your life, it will change your life, but always get to the basics. And the basics is your anchoring, your grounding, and your shielding. When you become solid in yourself, that is when you can start to work with every other being, every other aspects, because you will then know what discernment is. You will then know what to trust. You'll then know who to trust. And above all, you'll learn to trust yourself. So always stick to the basics. Anchoring and grounding. And it's so simple. It's so easy to not do it. But once you make that part of your regular practice, you're going to see and feel how great that's going to be. Okay, see some nice comments. 144 hertz got you buzzing. Great. Okay, Nicola. Is there anything else or any other questions that I didn't see?
No, I don't think there were any more. There was some talk about, but I think that was off topic. I'm not sure. Terrigan, unless you know, does the name Terrigan mean anything? I feel like it's something from the Game of Thrones. Or Terra Earth, yes, dragon in relation to dragons.
I also thought when I saw that this is something about the Game of Thrones.
It does feel like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Although that's a good point, what someone said about Terra Earth, maybe. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, again, that other little activation you just did, there's lots of thank yous and feeling it through their body. And I think one lady said, yeah, she put her hands to her heart, which is exactly what I felt I wanted to do, just like hold the heart as you were clearing it. Oh, there's a name given in the meditation. That's why
Okay.
it's being asked, yeah, about Terrigan.
So yeah, if you hear a name and if you hear anything, always connect first with, once again, connect with yourself and use your discernment to see, okay, what is this name? Where's it coming from? And is it an energy I trust?
Okay. Do we have any, are there any more questions? I think if not, because we did start a little earlier.
Yeah.
And if do you have anything else to share that you'd like to share, or
Let's see. Well, I don't know if anyone can take. Yeah, well, let's bring it through. I mentioned the dragon, the dark dragon, and I haven't channeled that in a while. But let's do some clearing, if it's okay with everyone, as meant and as appropriate. We'll bring through that aspect of myself. I just want to see what would be nice to clear. Okay, so let's clear fear. Okay, so whatever fear that people have, especially any fear that's coming in from the human collective or any other collective that you're connected to, okay, let's just Bring in some light language. Show love in the form of light language channel from this black dragon of mine to disconnect you, to clear you from fear, to clear from the collective as well. So take a deep breath in and exhale. And connecting everyone to Source and Gaia. Let's clear fear. As the fear starts to shift and clear, we're going to replace it with Source love and anything else that is for your highest good. So take a deep breath in and exhale. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it is. I like that one.
Wowie. I love that. Just felt that through my whole body. Proper dragon. It's amazing. Thank you. We're being very spoilt here with all these amazing clearings.
Yeah, I really felt that in my brain as well. So I'm glad everyone liked it. Oh, thank you, Lily. Thank you, everyone. So yeah, just a bit of people are interested in working with me, booking a session. Nicola, you did put the website on there. It's lightloveclearings.com. And yeah, I do have a Sunday session every Sunday. So that is working through your body's entire systems, just bringing in source love to connect and to clear. And we work on embodying states of consciousness. And the states of consciousness is peace, it's joy, it's love, and it's sovereignty. So that is every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And it is a donation. So you can show up, you can donate whatever you want to my PayPal, and you can receive the healings during that time. I just thought I'll share that with everyone here. So if there's any other comments or any other questions. I'm sorry, I really don't have much to say because I've covered most of the stuff that I did want to say. I think I do speak a bit quickly. Feel fear running out of your paws. And look, at the end of the day, that's what's binding us. Fear binds us. Fear of being who we are. Fear of what other people's opinions of us are. And so last year I had a message as well where you got to be your own dragon. And this is pretty much the same message here. You've got to be your own dragon going forth. The dragons are there to assist you. Your spirit is there to assist you, but you need to take that step. You need to put in the work, because this is not an easy journey. Any self-work is never an easy journey. You got to go through your shadows, go through your own darkness, your own pain, your trauma. And you got to make that decision to move forward. So I hope that people take this little advice.
I actually love the way that the dragon, that the darker dragon, the voice was so sort of, normally that voice would bring up a lot of fear in me. And yet it was like fear fights fear. It was, yeah, really weird. It was very good. Yeah.
No, I'm glad. I'm glad. Work on yourself, people. Get rid of your fears. It's okay to love yourself, and that's one of the big things that people are resistant to. We give so much to other people, but we give so little to ourselves. You need to love yourself. And what I've been hearing this entire week is self-love, be love. And loving yourself is not narcissistic, it's neglected. Loving yourself doesn't mean that you're not loving everyone else. What it means is that you are then able to take yourself to such a high frequency so that you're at your best, that you can then offer that to everyone else. Only your best to everyone else. Morgan says she was looking right into the dragon eyes. So if anybody wants to see what that dragon looks like, it is on my Facebook. It was channeled by two different people. The first one was in 2023, and the other drawing was a couple of weeks ago. It was done by L Phoenix. So yeah, he is next to another red dragon of mine. Really nice to see spirit into form. Right. Emma's making dragon sculptures here, bringing spirit into form. Yeah, well, look, dragons are powerful. They are demanding, but they're also very respectful as well. And with any being, once again, you got to test it with yourself. One of the things that I also do in my sessions, and I suggest that other people do that as well, is that when you connect to your team, connect your team to source and ask that all those beings that does not serve your highest good to be removed. Clear up your team on a regular basis. Because human beings are such powerful channels. Every now and again, you're going to pick up a guide that really doesn't have the best intention for you. So you want to clear that out. So you'll know that you're working with the dragon once again by its power, by its authority, and also by its respect, because they will not interfere with your free will. Sure, they do want us to listen. Lots of other beings also want you to listen. And I want you to listen. What I want you to listen is to listen to yourself and start developing that relationship with yourself first. And I say this is because this is the way I've done it. I've done the other way. You can get caught up in a lot of things. Get to know who you are, get to know yourself. And then you could work with as many dragons as you want. And wonderful, great, loving, respectful dragons. But good, I see the time. I think we are good. Nicola and Kevin, I hope everything went well here.
Thank you so much, Vinod, for sharing those magical clearings with the dragons. And yeah, very, very powerful. Thank you. I think, Kevin, I think you just said we just take a 5-minute break before our next speaker. Just to kind of come back down to earth a little bit. I need to do some of those grounding techniques that Atlantis was talking about earlier, I think. Bring me back to earth. So thank you. We'll go on a break then. Kevin, I'll leave you to put your thing on the screen there. Thank you. Okay.
Thank
you,
you, Vin.
everyone.
That's amazing. As always, nice and powerful. Feel fully like, wow. It's gorgeous. Thank you very much for your time.
Much appreciated. Thank you very much, Ken.